Well, hello. Look at my snowman in the background there. We got to fix him. I'll be right back. Well, that's better. He was not camera ready. When my snowman's all askew, you know my grandkids have been over because they love to play with them. But anyway, and the youngest one is 11, but they still like to play with them. But we have birthdays today. Today is Stephanie Ross Brown's birthday. So Stephanie, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Stephanie. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. It's also Sydney's birthday. So Sydney, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Sydney. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. Well, I hope you both have a great birthday today. It is downright chilly today. It is really chilly willy. Well, this morning it was raining. So that kind of leads to the dampness of the day. And not so much that it's chilly, I guess because it's damp. I can't put not that I can't, but I shouldn't put on my furnace because with the drywall dust and everything, it'll all get up into the furnace. I'm getting annoyed again. It's just, I just think that the workers nowadays, they just come at their leisure. They really do. It's like, he needed a check for supplies and I gave it to him, and within 15 minutes that check was cashed because I have a notification on my phone when my checks are cashed or I have any kind of activity with my bank. He cashed that right away. Guess what? One of the painters was supposed to be here this morning. It's like almost 5 o'clock. They're still not here. It's just, I'm getting so annoyed. It's just, and it's true of anybody that I talk to, that, they hire workers, they say they're going to come, and then they don't come. Or they say they're going to come at a certain time, and then they come later. I am to the point now that if you tell me you're coming at 2 o'clock, and I have something to do at 2 o'clock, I'm going to tell you, fine, come at 2 o'clock, but I will not be here. Let them get a taste of their own medicine. And I know that's not really a nice way to do people. It's just, but I'm fed up. I guess I'm just fed up. I just want the basement to be done. And Jim must think there's a money tree in the backyard because he said, well, you know what? I don't really like the area rug we have in the living room. I think that we should put that one downstairs after the floor is done, because we're doing a little sitting room for the kids to go downstairs. I think that we should do it down there. And then we'll just get a new rug for in here. Well, then that would entail, not for Jim, but for me, maybe because it's a woman's point of view, I don't know what, but we have matching area rugs in our living room and dining room, and our living room and dining room are attached. There's not like a wall or anything to separate it. It's an attached room, which you've seen it, I'm sure. But, so that means I'd have to get another rug for under the dining room table. Jim says no, but I say yes. So, and then I said, well, why don't we just get a rug for downstairs? And he says, no, because this rug is old, which it is. It's old. We've had it, I don't know, 10 years maybe, but it's still holding up. It's not frayed or anything like that. So I don't, like I said, the man thinks there's a money tree in the backyard. And this basement is just like cha-ching. I still haven't heard anything else from Advanced Restoration. Stay clear of them. I still haven't heard anything. So I'm hoping, and when I went and checked the mail today, I'm thinking there's going to be a letter from them, but there wasn't. So I'm going to go Thursday to the bank to get a copy of the check, because I told you I think I wrote a pretty darn good letter. Let me show you. I'll read the letter I wrote. I got it in here somewhere. I think I was quick and to the point, and I think that I'm keeping up. I keep everything because I know that we're going to end up in court. I know that we're going to end up in court. But anyway, I put, enclosed is a check in the amount of whatever they told me, $10,322.51. I never received a written estimate from your company nor a contract to sign. Eric, who I believe to be a representative of your company, gave me a verbal estimate from between $8,000 and $12,000. He also stated that he would accept whatever payment the insurance company felt was fair and reasonable. My agent, John, at State Farm Claims told us that a fair and reasonable amount would be $10,322.51. Your company removed carpentry on the stairs, which we did not request, removed furniture without our consent, removed drywall in unnecessary places, all without my approval. This has increased the cost of total renovation. As stated earlier, the check enclosed is our full and final payment to you. By endorsing this check and cashing this check, you are agreeing to this contract. And then Jim and I signed it. Now, I know it wasn't a professional letter written by a lawyer, But I think I was very clear and to the point. And so I'm thinking that if they cash the check, that maybe I have a leg to stand on when they take me to court. Because I know Denise doesn't seem to think they're going to take me to court. I think they're going to take me to court. I really do. I have on my, what do you call it, credit report, I have an outstanding fee for just to show you how determined or stubborn would be a more word for it, not determined, more stubborn that I am. I have a $300 doctor fee. It's the only thing on my credit report that's negative. I have a $300 negative doctor's fee for this one doctor that I went to. I really loved him when I had my knees replaced. I had my knees replaced in 2007 and 2008. I had the right knee done in 2000. No, I had them both done. I had my right knee done Christmas time of 2007, and I had my left knee done Thanksgiving 2008. And I love the doctor. I highly recommend the doctor. I have no problem with the doctor. All of my care, all of my stuff, everything. I have nothing negative to say about the doctor, except for you have to go for the first 3 years. You had to go every year just for a checkup, I guess, to make sure that the knee was functioning properly or all that good stuff. So when I went in 2011, they were counting it from my first knee of 2007 that I was past my 3-year mark. And so then they charged me $300 for an office visit as a new patient. My insurance wouldn't cover it because I was not a new patient. So I argued with them, and I said that you had said in the original agreement that we were going to go I had to go for 3 years, which I did. And I'm still checking on my left knee from 2008, so that makes it 3 years, 2011. And they said, no, you still owe the $300 for a first-time visit, like a new patient. And I refused to pay it. I paid all of the other fees, like I had, like insurance, they pay like 90% or something like that. Any other fees, I paid. I paid everything. I paid all of my deductibles. I paid all of my co-pays. I paid all of that stuff, except for the new patient, because I was not a new patient. So I figured, well, I'll just leave it on there, and in 7 years, it'll just drop off. And they would call me all the time, and I would tell them, and they would send me a bill, and I would write on it, I refuse to pay this. Keep me on the credit report or whatever. And right when it gets ready to drop off, they resubmit the bill. So it's still on there. So in 2018, they put it on there again. So I am quite sure that in 2025, it's going to go back on my credit report again. That's the only negative thing I have. And so like when you apply for a loan or something, if they ask you a negative report, I tell them. And then sometimes they'll say, well, why don't you just pay that? No, I refuse on principle to pay that. So I was not a new patient. I don't know. So my point is that I'm very persistent. I'm just very stubborn too, and I'm just going to definitely stick with it. I'm just going to stick with this and take me to court. I can go to small claims court. I don't need a lawyer to go to small claims court. Maybe I'll have Judge Judy. I'll have all my paperwork. Although I don't like Judge Judy now. She's too condescending. Well, she was always nasty to people. But now that she has her own show on, she always had her own show. But now that she's on, I think she's on Prime. I watched a couple. Everybody sucks up to her. I mean, Bird at least would give her a hard time. No, oh yeah, you're right. You made the right decision. You made the right decision. I like kiss asses. I do. I have no room in my life for kiss asses. I really don't. So, anyway, so Jim's only going to work Tuesday and Wednesday this week. He takes Mondays and Fridays off now. He wants to take Thursday off to rest up for the big weekend. So we are going to go to Frankenmuth on Friday, and we're going to probably go to, there's an outlet mall just right by it called Birch Run. We're going to go there too. I don't know what we're going to get. We're going to look for stuff, but we'll see. I need a new winter. I'm still looking for my winter coat. I still have my money that I got for my birthday I put aside for my winter coat. I do have that aside because I haven't seen a coat that I like. So I am definitely going to be looking for a coat. And then I think Jim's probably going to get some shoes. But we're not going to eat at any of the chicken places because we're just, we can either eat at Zender's house or Bavarian Inn. And, we alternate back and forth. I like Zender's house. Jim likes Bavarian Inn. We've been going back and forth. Like one time we'll go there and one time we'll go to the other one. But I said, I really don't feel like going because it's getting expensive. It's like $28 a person for a chicken dinner. I mean, winner, chicken dinner is not worth $28. And I know it's all you can eat, but even as much as I have big, huge portion sizes, I can't eat $28 worth of chicken. I just can't. And I can't see eating a lot of the sides because the chicken is the main part of the meal, and that's why. So anyway, all that being said, we're going to go to a different restaurant. I think we're going to go, there's a brewery where my nephew Mike got married like 8 or 9 years ago. That the food was delicious for the wedding, so I'm assuming that the restaurant would be good too. So we're going to do that, but we're going to stay at the hotel in Saginaw where we're going for the wedding. And I was talking to Christy yesterday, and I'm glad because it tells you to get to the wedding a half an hour before. Well, I know that's because they want everybody to be seated and everything, but I'm not going to sit around a half an hour waiting for a wedding to start. Maybe that's just me. If it was my own child or something, I guess, but it's my no, I don't know what it is. It's my nephew's daughter. Is that my once removed or is that a second? I never know how that works. But anyway, so I was telling Christy yesterday, because they're not going to be there for the wedding because Aaron has to work. So they're going to get there in time for the reception. But so I said, well, I'll just go with, because on the invitation it says the wedding from 4:30 to 5. And so I'm thinking, well, that's the 30-minute leeway that they're telling us that we had to wait for. So I told Christy, I said, well, my plan is just to go at 5. That's the time I told Jimmy. Jimmy's just going to meet me there at 5. And she says, well, then you're going to miss the wedding. And I go, no, because they said to be there 30 minutes ahead of time. So I'm thinking 4:30 to 5, the wedding's going to start at 5. She says, look at the invitation, Mother. So I looked at the invitation. The wedding is from 4:30 to 5, but then the cocktail or get together or get acquainted or mingle or whatever it's called starts at 5 to 6. And then at 6 is the reception. So she says, you stroll in at 5 o'clock, you're going to miss the whole thing. And I go, well, I don't want to miss the wedding. I want to see the wedding. So I'm glad Christy pointed that out. But speaking of weddings, I have good news, surprise news, happy news, whatever kind of news you want to call it. But my son Danny has proposed to his girlfriend Brooke. Here's a picture of the happy couple. And I was so excited. I just love Brooke. She just fits in with our family so well. She understands our humor. She's a really good fit. So they're going to get married March 29th, which is Good Friday. I don't know. They're not getting married in the church or anything like that. They just want to, she's always dreamed of her wedding was just a small intimate gathering with just her immediate family. So it's just going to be like us, like me, with Jim, with Danny, Christy, and Jimmy. Obviously, Danny, he's getting married. Obviously, he's got to show up. But like our immediate family, like Sophia will be there, David and Alyssa. And then her brother and his wife, and then her mom and dad. And I think her grandma's still alive, I think. But it's just going to be a small little intimate gathering. And I said, you know what? I can't have meat. And she says, no, we've already made arrangements. There'll be fish for you. So they're going to be a vegetarian menu. But it's just at a restaurant. They're just going to get married in the restaurant. She said her dream was always just to go to the Justice of the Peace and get married. And that was it. And I'm thinking most brides want to have the big shebang and all that. But so we'll see how that goes. But I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm really thinking. So all the more reason that I have to stay determined and realize that I'm not going to lose all my weight overnight, and I'm not going to lose all the weight I gained by March 29th, but I can put a pretty good darn dent in it. I really can. And I've noticed in the last week, the first week, when you first join, you want to make that good impression, and, like you stop eating all the crap that you were eating, and you drink all the extra water, and you feel that the hunger is not really hunger. And so that's why I had such a great loss last week. The real test was last Thursday to today, Tuesday, so far, because I am now realizing how often I just reached for something out of sheer boredom. Just why I ate was just, I wasn't really hungry, but I thought, I ain't got anything else to do. I ain't got nothing. Listen to me. I didn't have anything else to do. So I thought, why don't I just have, like, I like those little Milano cookies. I bought them from BJ's, and they come in a little package, and there's 2 tiny little cookies. They're 5 points for these tiny little dark fudge cookies. They're like a little wafer cookie. They're delicious. They're just absolutely delicious, and they really do hit the spot. But then I realized, you know what? I would grab a pack of the cookies, and then maybe in a little while I'd be bored again, and I'd grab some pretzels, and then I'd get bored again, and then maybe have a little bit of nuts, and then I was fooling myself into thinking, well, you're not really having a lot. You're just really just filling your little bit of hunger, and you're eating something that's healthy and nutritious and within your points. Because I wasn't going like to, big boys and getting a hot fudge cake. I wasn't going there. I wasn't going to Dairy Queen and getting a chocolate malt. I wasn't going to 31 Flavors and getting my, I love it, a Jamaica almond fudge double dip in a waffle cone ice cream. I wasn't doing that. So I'm thinking, you know what? You're not doing all of the bad stuff. You're just eating a lot of the healthy stuff. Granola bars, I mean, they're really kind of packed with sugar. So I do find, like I've told you before, that now that I'm eating more protein, I do find that I'm not as hungry. But I still have those moments when I'm kind of bored and I'm thinking, I don't know, do I really want to just sit here or what? And then I just snack. And I am not a snacker usually. I usually eat big portions. You've seen me. I'm trying so hard. I don't think I've really cut back my portions too much, but I really sometimes think I have cut back my portion sizes. But then I might be delusional in that thought too. I don't know. I might just be delusional. But I'm really trying my hardest to, I'm never going to quit. I know that. I waited too long. I let myself gain back almost 60 pounds because if you saw my tracker last week, I think I'm at 45. Yeah, it was at 45 pounds loss after an 8-pound loss. So that means that I was well past 50 pounds. That would have put me 47 and 8, 55, yeah. That I had gained back 55 pounds. So, no, but now I have more of an incentive. I love the fact that I have to face somebody. Like I said the other day, I always told you the truth when I got on the scale, but I always thought in the back of my mind, well, you know what? They know I'm just doing it. I don't have to face anybody really technically to say, you gained 2 pounds. I just had to say, well, I gained 2 pounds, and then that was it. Now I have somebody like, oh, sorry, but you gained 2 pounds. I don't want to hear it. I just don't want to hear it. So I am not saying that somewhere along the line I'm not going to have a gain. I know who I am. I mean, I have to be realistic. I have to be honest. And the first person I have to be honest with is myself. And so, is it possible that I can lose every single week? Oh, yeah, it's very possible. Is it probable? No, because I think some weeks, no matter how well I do, I might gain like a 0.1 or a 0.2, maybe a 0.5, but that could just be my body fluctuating. In the past, I would let that throw me. I would let that think, oh, you know what? I did so good this whole week, and look, I still gained. What the heck? I might as well just eat what I want. I'm hoping that I've passed that mentality again. I did it once. I got past that mentality once, and so I really do feel that I'm past that mentality again. So my plan of action is to stay on track. On Friday when we go to Frankenmuth, we're going to do a lot of walking. I'm going to have a healthy breakfast before we go, and then just have dinner. I have a normal dinner. I mean, I'm not going to deprive myself of dinner, but I'm going to have a normal dinner. I am going to have an ice cream cone. You go to Frankenmuth, they have the best ice cream. They have fudge too, which I'm not going to get any fudge, but you know, I do like the ice cream. And then just be very mindful at the wedding. I didn't see a menu, so I think it's family style. So you can only have what they bring to the table. We went to a wedding one time when I was way bigger, and my family, as you've seen, is really big. And we were sitting at the table, and they brought out the family style, and they brought out this bowl of pasta. And my brother, to the server come out, and she says, look around this table. Look at the size of us. Do you really think that this one small bowl of pasta is going to feed all of us? And she just looked. She says, well, you can always ask for more. And he says, well, I'm asking for more now. And was that the healthiest way? No, the server should have said, well, I'm sorry, each table only gets one bowl. You know, you're going to have to decide how to divide it up in that. But we didn't have that mentality. But I have that mentality now. If they bring a bowl of pasta out, and I'm just going to take a little bit and pass it along. That's the way I want to live the rest of my life, is being more mindful of what I'm eating. So, with that being said, let me show you today. I'll show you my food. I am going to have breakfast, and just dinner. But if I get hungry in between, I'm going to have it. Well, I did. I had a snack. You're going to see that because I'm just thinking about that because look what time it is. It's after 5. But I did have a healthy breakfast. I did have a healthy snack, and I'm going to have a healthy dinner. So let me show you what I had to eat, and I'm going to tell you to like, comment, subscribe, and share, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow. No breakfast today, so for lunch I'm going to have an egg salad sandwich. It is 2 points for the bread, 2 points for the Miracle Whip, so that's 4 points, and 2 points for sugar-free Jell-O pudding for dessert, 0 for the tea, the eggs, the strawberries. So it's a 6-point lunch. Okay, I know it's a bit of an odd snack, but I'm going to have a grapefruit and an ounce of cheese and a cup of tea. And I'm going to have a cup of tea with my mom because this was my mom's cup. I take great care of this cup because my daughter Christy got it for her when she was a little girl. When Christy was a little girl, got that as my mother for a gift when we went to Disney World back in 2005, I think, something like that. And anyway, well, Christy wasn't so much of a little girl. She was 15, I think. But anyway, Christy got the cup for my mother. My mother always drank out of it. So I take great care with this cup. Christy also has a Tigger and Winnie the Pooh tattoo on her ankles. So anyway, this is my little snack for the day. For dinner, we're going to have a boneless chicken breast for 0 points, some green beans for 0 points, a baked potato for 5 points, a tablespoon of sour cream for 1 point, and a quarter or tablespoon of cheese for a point. So it's a 8-point dinner.